Oh, hi. Rich Fulcher here, and welcome to Rich Fulcher's TalkBox. Today's guest is none other than Marcus Brigstocke. He's like a comedian who's been around for ages on TV. You've seen him on 8 out of 10 Cats and all the panel shows. And you've seen him improvising on stages across the UK. You've seen him writing lots of comedy stuff. And he's touring now, and I'm interviewing. I talked to him. He sat in this chair. I swear to God. So check it out now. Okay? All right. I'll calm down. My blood pressure's way up. Drink milk. Namaste. Right? Hey, dude.
Nice to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Have we ever met before?
No.
We've never met.
No, but I've seen you.
But I get the feeling that I've met you,
No,
but maybe not.
We've been in rooms, you know, like we've done across the room. Like,
yes.
Do I know you? We both do this similar thing, and yeah. I can't even remember where it was, but the last time I was in a room with you, I had I won't say overwhelming because then it would have won, but I had a powerful desire to come and sing 10cc.
Oh, you should have done it.
Really, that is one of my favorite moments ever.
Thank you.
Just singing that just as is, and
Thank
very
you.
nicely, may I say.
I get requests to do it
I
sometimes.
bet you do.
Yeah, and sometimes
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the toilet.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know, I once met George Wendt, who played Norm in Cheers, and he got very tired of people going, Norm, because, you know, his name's George. And he said there was a time when he was on the toilet in an airport and the lock was broken and he couldn't quite reach the door. He'd like made it clear there was someone in there by making noises. And someone pushed the door open, and instead of honoring the, oh shit, I'm so sorry, they just went, Norm.
Really?
Yeah, while he was, yeah.
That is so weird because I've heard that same story being told as Dylan Moran did that at Kilkenny.
Oh, really?
And he was on the toilet and George Wendt walks in
No way.
and he goes, Norm.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, people write in to see where that comes from.
Well, I did, what's his name? Jack, brilliant. He was
Whitehall.
No, Jack who was in
D.
Absolutely. Did you ever watch Absolutely?
Yes.
The Scottish guy. I fucking love that show so much. It was amazing.
Doherty.
Jack Doherty had a chat show, and that's where
Channel
I met.
5.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really good as well, and they should have kept it. It was shot in a theatre, and it was like, yeah, it was really alive. And I met George Wendt. That's when he told me that story. But maybe it was the reverse.
No, maybe George was right.
No, well, who knows?
R.I.P.
Maybe it's the other way around. Yes, indeed.
You know what I thought? Because that show was every night. They were trying to
Yeah.
replicate the U.S., but I think, and I'm not sure why it didn't work, was they had trouble getting guests every night.
They had people like me. They had like, and I don't mean that as like, there's no false modesty there. It's
Stars.
Like, I know what I am. They had
Legitimate
stars. They had
stars.
legit stars. No, they had like, you know, working comics. They had lots of working comics. And Graham Norton has working comics too, but next to Keanu Reeves and da-da-da.
But
I
you
did
know
that
what?
with Keanu Reeves.
I think you could get away with that show now because
Yeah.
there's so many people coming. Like there's U.S. people,
Yeah, yeah.
Norwegians coming
Yeah.
in.
Well, I'm interested. They're doing SNL UK.
Yes.
And like, I don't know who they'll get as the guest stars. I hope it's big. I'm really sad they've only commissioned 6 episodes.
Well, maybe just,
yeah,
dip your feet in the water.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope eventually they get to a point where it's somebody Like sometimes they'll do like somebody just won the Olympics.
Yes,
They'll get them to host the show.
Yeah.
So it seems really relevant.
That's still slim pickings in the UK.
Oh.
No, we did all right. Winter Games. I think.
Were
we won.
you a fan? Did you watch?
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I like? Short track speed skating.
Ooh.
I genuinely
Tell me
love
more.
short track. Well, they compete on a rink, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
Yeah.
Ice. Got to be ice,
Ice.
or it takes ages.
Yeah.
And they go really, really, really fast. And it's not violent, but there's
They
a
fall
lot.
down a lot.
There's a lot of action.
Yeah.
And
Don't they touch the ice as they're turning?
they lean so far over as they do it. It kind of blows my mind. And you only really get a sense of how fast they're going when they fall and hit the cushions on the outside. You're like, wow, you were traveling. You must have been. So yeah, I love short track.
What gets me is like you train for 4 years and then you can
Yeah.
just mess up one turn and that's it.
Often on the first turn.
Yeah.
That's it. I had a go at it. Yeah, I know. Just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I had a go at short track.
You did?
Yeah. And it's really painful, physically painful to do, but I really liked it.
This is actually I do a segment later on called Fill in the Blank.
Okay.
And one of the questions is actually about the Winter Olympics.
Great.
But I'm going to do it now, though.
Great.
It's like if you, with the body and skills that you have,
Yeah.
were to enter any Winter Olympic sport right now, which one could you possibly compete in?
Like actually compete in.
Yeah, maybe, you know.
And like not be a total disgrace.
Yeah, not like, oh, that's the comedian on the skeleton.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Well, maybe like skeleton, maybe.
Skeleton.
Like I have done skeleton as well. I have done it, and I'm altogether too long for it. Way too long and way too heavy.
It's hard to maneuver, I imagine.
It's so painful. That's what they don't tell you. So when you go around the ice wall and
Wait, so you've done it?
I've done it. Yeah. So you go head first down the thing, and the sled ends there, so you're just holding your head. And as you go around the big bends, the G-force like puts your face on the ice. You're in a big helmet, so it's fine, but it goes like this. But what they don't tell you is when you come out of the turn, if you're not good at it, you hit the ice wall. And because your feet are at the back, your feet like go bang into the ice wall. Yeah.
It hurts.
But that's probably the one. The luge, I would never do. Feet
What
first.
if you get a boner on the skeleton? Is that
From the
a problem?
vibration? It would be so difficult to manage an erection during skeleton. During the
Maybe
luge,
that should be a sport.
during the luge, it's fine. It's fine. And I'm actually surprised we don't see it more, particularly during the double luge.
Yeah.
One or other or both.
Especially if it's someone you know you're going out with.
Fully
or something.
tumescent.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
I
The
like
double
that.
luge is a very strange looking event.
Yeah.
I want you to know, even though like we don't know each other well, I would do it with you. I'd double
Thank
luge with
you.
you.
Oh my gosh. You
So-
heard it here first.
No, just saying. Seinfeld had a great joke about the luge. He said the luge is the only sport you could take part in against your will. It's just one of those
That's
lovely
good.
jokes. It just keeps building in your head. Like, what would that actually take? Yeah.
I like
How about
that.
you? What would your winter sport be?
You know what? I wouldn't do well, but I'd like to try a cross country type thing.
Yeah.
I
Have
mean,
you
I'd
done it?
probably be last, but yeah, I have done it.
Last is okay.
It's a workout.
Yeah.
But I would like to go to a ski lodge that just
Yeah.
does cross country and get in super shape,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Après ski, do a little après ski.
Pop out for a little afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, man. Yeah. I can see it.
Okay.
And also, I mean what I say, like, last in the Olympics is still in the Olympics.
You know,
Yeah, that's
Maria
pretty
von Trapp and her family opened up a cross-country ski
Oh,
lodge
yeah?
in Vermont.
Nice.
So, that's what I heard.
I'd go.
So,
They'd be singing.
yeah, there
Yeah.
would. Mandatory singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get up. We're singing one more.
Yeah.
Edelweiss. Edelweiss.
What a beautiful song that is. It's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I find it at the end of that film. If I don't know if anyone's made it to the end, it's
You kinda
so
cry.
long, so long, but it's beautiful when he tries to sing it and his voice just starts to crack, and out they step and they fill it in for him. Beautiful.
I wonder if he really sang that?
Oh yeah, good thought.
Yeah.
I hope it was him. I feel like in those days, I was going to say in those days they did, but they didn't, did they? Because Audrey Hepburn was redubbed on My
Yeah.
Fair Lady, and the story goes,
Julie
no
Andrews.
one told her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
News flash.
Here it is. We don't know. We don't know. Also, the boy who played Oliver in Oliver Twist
Didn't sing.
didn't sing. The producer's
Bastard.
daughter sings Oliver's parts. And actually, to be fair, when you hear "Where Is Love," you're like, that's not a boy.
Bastards.
That's not a boy. Yeah, the swines.
Yeah.
Julie Andrews should have got that part in.
Yeah.
Should have got My Fair Lady.
Oh,
really.
well. What are
Hey,
you
I
gonna do?
only figured out recently. That My Fair Lady is, in and of itself, wordplay. It's how she would say Mayfair Lady.
No.
Well, don't you think? Like, no one's confirmed this to me.
My Fair Lady.
Yeah, I'm a Mayfair Lady, especially in the accent she does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the original was Pygmalion.
Pygmalion. Yeah. But
Pygmalion.
yeah, because My Fair Lady is quite a strange title for it.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
Unless it's that. If it's Mayfair Lady, but she would say My Fair Lady. It makes sense, right?
Yes.
Again, you heard it here first.
Well
This is-
done. We've got 2 news flashes already.
Listen, if we keep this locked into winter sports and musicals,
We're on something.
I'm in my element.
This is what I've been missing from my podcast. Is someone that's on top of things.
Yeah, the two main things, the winter sports and the musicals.
Now, speaking of on top of things, you've been doing a tour for the last year?
Yeah. Mm.
Wow.
It's a good tour.
What's
I'm
that?
pleased
When
with
you
it.
sat down and said you were going to do it, was it for a year
No.
or did you keep adding
No,
on?
no, I kept adding, partly because, I'm a dad to a 4-year-old. I got 2 adult kids too, but I'm a dad to a
Congrats.
4-year-old. Thanks, man. And so
It's
I
hard.
didn't want to lock it in. Yeah, it's crazy
it's
hard.
hard.
Like, he's fun. He's so fun. But wow, he's exhausting.
So you take them on stage?
Never. Never. He's actually seen, because my wife Rachel's a stand-up too, and he's seen us both do stand-up at festivals, and he was so uninterested. I thought,
Well,
this
he's
must
4.
be strange for him
Yeah.
to see, like, we're in a microphone, we're being amplified, and there's hundreds of people all laughing at us, and he was so not interested.
Well, unless you're like a giant rabbit or something.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Oh,
gonna
you've
be-
seen the show?
Yes, yes, I have.
yeah.
But,
Yeah. But it's good, man. I really, I write, when I tour, I write to a brief now instead of going, here's all the funny thoughts I had.
Mm.
I go, here's a subject I'm interested in, and then I write to that brief.
See, now that I would think is hard.
Well, I think it, in a way it is, but there are 2 things to it. One, I've been a stand-up for a really long time, so if I just wait until enough funny things have occurred to me, it could be years between tour shows.
Right.
And 2, and this is, I guess, more important, is like my shows are not a TED talk, but I do like to come off stage feeling like, no, I said the thing I meant.
People have learned things.
I said what I meant. Like, this show is about men, and it's about the perceived, and I guess no, it's not perceived. The absolute lostness of men, like
Which
loads
is-
of flaily men. You
This
know?
is like head on the topic that people are talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because the progressive answer to men being lost is only just making its voice heard now, having realized that the Menonists, the Andrew Tates and all those guys were really quick to go, oh, people are lonely? Cool. We know what to do with that. And there's money to be made from it. So the Menonists stepped up, filled the gap, destroyed loads of people's lives.
I thought you said Mennonites.
The
So I was
Mennonites,
about to say, oh,
at last.
drink milk.
You heard it here first. Yeah, so the kind of the slow progressive response.
They are slower. To
Way
respond.
slower, but
Yeah.
it's that thing, isn't it? You know, a lie has gone twice around the world before the truth has had time to put its boots on.
Exactly.
And the slow response is the one. It takes time.
So
How are you as a man? You seem fine.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
But whether I'm showing my kids what it's like to be a man, I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it, isn't it? Like,
Because I heard one thing recently, like a lot of boys especially are living with their parents
for
quite a
longer and
long
longer.
time.
Yeah.
So I'm settling into, having their room there
Well, you know
with
what?
a walker.
My eldest son, my 23-year-old, just moved out like 2 weeks ago.
That's pretty young.
Yeah, it's really young.
To be honest.
It's really young. He's moved in with a flatmate, and it's all good. Good for him. I'm really proud of him because that's not easy. Like my daughter, who's younger, has already moved out, but the pathway for her was different, and It's been a tougher road for him. So I'm really proud of him because it was a really gutsy thing to do. And I've been away a lot since he moved out, and then I was home the other day, and his alarm clock is a Gorillaz tune. And usually I hear it, and then I go upstairs and I go, "Are you up?" He doesn't need me to.
Right.
He knows what he's doing, but
He
I
knows
like
it.
it. I like dadding.
Yeah.
And
Dadding.
yeah, dadding's great. And then I got up, and there was no Gorillaz. I was so sad.
Oh.
Thank God there's a 4-year-old there to fill that gap, to be my emotional support rock, But yeah, how old are yours?
13 and 11.
Okay. So you should expect them to still be living at home.
I should.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
I check every morning.
Yeah, are they still here?
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
In the bed?
Good for you.
Okay,
You're
good.
welcome.
Yeah. But it's so different from, I don't know about your upbringing, but I know that you did lots of things when you were younger.
Yeah.
Would you do the same? Would you tell your kid, like, because you worked on an oil rig?
I did.
Would you tell your
And
kid?
I was a podium dancer. Not on the rig. True story. But overlapping. Like, so I worked on the rig, and in my time away from the rig, I was a podium dancer.
Oh.
Seriously. I was living the life of Alex, the welder from Flashdance.
There is your book right there.
You'd think, right?
Oh, my God. Where were
Yeah.
you doing the podium dancing?
So it started at Ministry of Sound.
Oh, my God.
So the story's a
Which
weird
isn't
one.
around anymore.
No. Oh, well, I
No.
think that, I don't know, as a label, it's still there. I don't know if the club's even there. But when Ministry opened was when I was really into dance music. I had more than halved my body weight the year before. I'd gone from
dancing.
24 stone to 11 stone in under a year. Yeah. And so dancing felt great. I was like, this is amazing. Like, my body's this brand new thing. So I just went out dancing, and I loved it. And then I went to Ministry every weekend, sometimes Friday and Saturday, because there was no liquor license, right? So no one was drinking. Everyone but me was on drugs. I was already sober, so I couldn't. But I just went and just danced and danced and danced. And then one night, the head of their the kind of dance crews that they put on there.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
You got to hire him.
That's exactly it. They were like, he came up to me and he went like, "Oh, do you want to?" Because I wasn't even that good of a dancer, but my God, I was exuberant.
Yeah.
And the whole thing for me, having lost all of that weight so quickly, was about filling space. It was all about just like, everything was about joy and just,
What was your big move?
I loved it.
What was your big move?
It was, I could
A lot of
dance.
shapes?
I could dance very fast.
Yeah.
So at that time, like voguing had been popularized by Madonna, but had come out of the gay scene, and then had like moved itself across. So there were a lot of like very big, just big arms moves that you would then combine with your body moving very, very fast, and it just felt good, man. It felt
Okay,
so
play
good.
some music.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Do you know, years later, I did that show. I did Would I Lie to You?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's such a great show, but they managed to like hand clap force me into getting up and dancing. And I have some regrets about things I've done on screen. That's a really big one.
No, but here's the thing, though. If you want them to fall for it,
Yeah.
don't you do a deliberately bad
Yeah.
dance?
Should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun, man.
And
Yeah,
then-
so I was on the rig for like, I'd do 3-4 weeks on the rig and then a week or two off. And in the time off, I was dancing. And the rig was wild.
So what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
full circle, is if your son said, hey, I'd like to, instead of going to school right now, I'd like to try working on an oil rig.
I'd be like, go for it, man.
Okay.
Do that thing. But his generation, anything that they suggest that's outside, like I'm nearly at the point where if he went, I would really like to be in the military. I'm like, listen, as long as you're outside and
That's
with other
great.
people, I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Walking around.
Yeah. Because it's not, I mean, listen, he does great. He does all sorts of cool and interesting and fun things. But their generation, they were generation one. We just gave them phones when they were 10.
Yeah.
We didn't know. They were the first lot. We went,
Yeah.
look, every single thing is on here. Best of luck.
The experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like they're screwed. They're really screwed.
I like it when they socialize. You're going over to a friend's? That's great. Yes.
That's awesome.
You talk to someone?
Yeah.
You talk to a stranger in a van? That's great.
That's so great.
He
That
offered
is
you
awesome.
candy?
Get in the van.
Yes.
See where you might end up. Sometimes not knowing where you're going
Is part of the journey.
is part of the thing. We
Yeah.
didn't know where we were going
No.
when we were young. Often we didn't even have a plan.
Yeah, we would go out and
Just out.
Would you go out and play and then just come back?
all
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And our parents, and statistically, we were at greater risk than they are now. Like the chances of abduction and such were still relatively very low, but
there
way
was
higher
that-
than they are now.
Crazy guy
Yeah.
down the street.
But that thing, right? Did you get on your bike and just go?
Yes.
Yeah. That was good. That was really good.
But we didn't know any better.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was wonderful. We would, me and various friends would just get on the bike and disappear.
Would you think that's part of the thing now with kids, or is
It
there
would be
something
great.
about Manning?
Yeah, I mean, in Japan, they have this thing, right, where from the age of 4 or 5, they all walk to school unaccompanied.
Well, they have that TV show, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fascinating, right? They send a toddler out with a shopping list and remotely film them and see what they come back with.
Now I think they've heightened it a bit. They give them like a scalpel and they have to do surgery or something. Yeah.
Japan, what a country, man. What a country.
What a country.
Yeah. Fair play to them. What are you up to, Japan? What are you up to? I don't know. I've been. Have you been?
No, I want to go.
That's the furthest from home I've ever
I
felt.
want to bring the kids.
Yeah. Fascinating. They can't, I think I'm right in saying there's no gambling, right? They're not allowed to gamble, at least in public. I'm sure there's
Really?
gambling.
Oh.
But in the arcades, they have this, it's like a kind of slot machine thing.
Pachinko.
Tipping ball bearings into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd buy like a bucket of ball bearings and then tip them in the machine. And then either more ball bearings come out or less ball bearings come out. And then at the
Pachinko
end-
parlors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? I have no idea. I watched for
great.
hours going, I think that guy has more ball bearings. He's really good at getting more ball bearings than the other guy. The other guy's like none, maybe one.
So how did you make the transition from doing oil rigging, dancing to comedy?
I mean, yeah, well, I wanted to go to drama school. So
Okay.
I had the oil rig and the dancing and all of that was partly a function of I had no qualifications at all. Like I left school with nothing. Everything fell apart. And I had like one plan, and it was drama school. Because there was one thing I'd
Right.
been at least moderately good at, and it was performing. And so I was like, the only thing I knew was go to drama school, train, go, be an actor.
You didn't know what to do.
I had no clue. So I tried to go to drama school and I didn't. They were like, no, thank you. Everyone else has prepared this properly. You've just walked in here like normal posh people, expecting the door would be held open for you, right? So I had no plan. And my best friend, I was really sad, and he took me out for lunch and he said, you should do comedy. You're funny. And I was like, oh, I don't know. You can just do comedy.
And then that man is...
He did it. He booked my first gig for me. That's David Mitchell. And he held the door open for me, and that was that. No, he genuinely, a day later, he phoned me and he said, I've booked you a gig. It's next week.
That's great.
Yeah, and he came with me and where did you do your first comedy performing?
Well, I sort of didn't do it during school.
Right.
And then I went to Chicago.
Right.
Because that's where they had all the improv and sketch comedy. So that's where I started. And then, stand-up came later. But,
Did you do Second City?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I tried to open, I'm so glad it didn't work out. I tried to open a branch of Second City in London.
You did?
Yeah, because I was so
That's amazing.
I was so, and in fact, there are tons of equivalent things, what happens at the Bill Murray and the FA and all the rest of it. There are tons of people doing better versions of it. But because there wasn't anything like that, I was like, well, then we need that. And so I made phone calls. And like I say, thank God it didn't work out, because I can, I could just go on stage now and just start a thing and we'll see. No script a script or a stand-up show or fucking dancing. I don't, whatever, but I can't run a business.
Yeah,
and I was going to end up running a business.
The thing that struck me about it was it's like a structured school of improv.
Yeah.
Whereas it seems like they don't have the equivalent for drama here as they do for comedy. Comedy's like, get up on stage, but it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
At least it is for me, because if you have a thing like school, because we're used to school, and then you get on this stage and then you perform and do this, that it makes it easier to transition.
100%, man. I mean, we're lucky now in the UK, the Free Association and other organizations are doing amazing work, making it possible for people to learn some craft and get really good. The standard of improvisers people who I don't know, and then you see them and you're like, oh my God, they have so much skill. Exactly. I'm glad you said skill, not talent. I'm so uninterested in talent.
Yeah.
What a lie that ran. That's run for years. They're so talented. Talent's not worth shit. Loads of people are talented.
Get the skills.
Skills
baby.
Are the thing. Skills. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So, so my friend booked my first gig for me, and all I had seen, I'd seen a lot of stand-up on TV because I'd bought the VHSs and just watched again and again and again. Robin Williams live at the Met was the one,
They went nuts.
There was a time in my life when I could just say the whole of Robin Williams live at the Met.
Really?
I just knew it. I'd watched it that many times. But I used to go to the Comedy Store and watch the Players.
Yes.
And I'd seen that, and I was like, this is magical. And then I did a gig, and that was that. So the transition was it was really quick and really sudden. And do you know what? Honestly, it's such a kind of cliche. But while I was still on stage, at the very end of that 7-minute set, I was like, yep, this is it.
Really?
This is what I'm for.
Your mind clicked in.
I just knew. Absolutely.
That's great.
None of which is to say I was good at it.
Yeah.
I did 7 minutes, of which the first 5 were dog shit. But the last 2 minutes where I ran out of the stuff that I'd prepared, that I was like, that's
when
funny.
The gold comes.
And then I was like, oh, and I started to feel something it's hard to say what, but I felt something, and I just was like, this is it.
It came out in you.
Yeah. From the first gig.
Wow.
And then I was
booked.
I was hungry. I could not gig enough. I went to, everyone who went to Bristol Uni, I meant to go to Cambridge. I was aiming for Cambridge. missed it by miles, went to Bristol and expected to
A
find...
lot of people went to Bristol.
Yeah.
in
Good
comedy.
people. Matt Lucas had been.
Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris Morris, although Chris had not... He'd done a biology degree, I think. Anyway, but when I went to Bristol, they said to me, and I said it was into comedy, they were like, okay, but you're not going to do like half your degree and then quit, are you? And I went, no. And they went, because we've just had this guy, Matt Lucas, and he came and he did half his degree and then he left. And I went, yeah, but he's Matt Lucas. Like, that's not going to happen. I did half my degree and then quit. I got a TV show. What can I tell you?
How did you tell them?
I let them know in increments by not showing up.
Note under the door.
Yeah. And then I was sad to leave, and I stayed in Bristol for what would have been my third year because I was working with. Do you know Danny Robbins and Dan Tetzel? You'd have seen him around.
Yeah.
But like they're both phenomenal, and I owe them like such a massive debt of gratitude because I'm not a great writer. I've had moments. I've written some stuff I'm really proud of, but compared to them,
modest.
But compared to them, really, and so most of what we made, like I made it. They were funny, really funny. I made it very funny on stage. I just was like, on stage, something I felt I knew exactly what I was doing, but they could write and perform, So we made a lot of stuff together, and by the time I finished what would have been my third year, then I was just flying.
Maybe an honorary degree down the road.
Why down the road? Why not now?
Why not now?
Now's the time.
Come on, people.
I would love an honorary degree.
Please,
I really would.
If you're out there and you're involved with Bristol alums.
Yeah. When did you come to the UK then?
I started doing, so I was in Second City touring.
Yeah.
And then I started doing Edinburgh.
Cool.
And then we did the Improv show.
Sorry, who was your gang in Edinburgh?
What was our group?
Yeah. Was that like a Second City group or?
No, it was like we were in this theater called the Annoyance Theater.
Yeah.
And so we improvised a university lecture and we get a weird scientific hypothesis like, the earth is shaped like a giant burrito.
Yeah.
We'd have to teach and they would give you a discipline like, they'd say gynecology and we'd something else.
Fun.
But so we do it for an hour and it got really popular and we got a manager here and I just wound up staying here.
Right.
And then we toured all over the place and then finally we broke up and then I just, got my own thing here.
Funny enough, I did a show, I wish I could remember what it was called now. So there was, what was the stand-up show where you got a prompt?
Paul Provenza.
Paul Provenza did it, but they did another one.
Setlist?
Setlist was that one. But they did another one, which was really cool, very similar to the thing you did. I mean, I would say a straight ripoff, actually, where you were introduced as a kind of lecturer and you had a slideshow. And they would give you a topic, and you would
slides.
you'd just start to improvise, and you'd go now, as this demonstrates, and you would have to try and like just keep it going.
That's very fun.
God, you feel so alive when you're doing stuff like that. Don't you?
Sometimes we do a class, and we'd all be all over the map, but it would be funny. But then sometimes it all came together, and then it was just like a magical event.
Yeah. Well, my wife, Rachel, does Ostentatious. So they do, in full period costume, an improvised Jane Austen.
Oh, that's
They
great.
get a title and nothing else. They go, Jane Austen wrote 6 books, Pride and Prejudice and the others, but actually she wrote hundreds and we're going to perform one for you tonight. Then they get the title and they do the whole thing
They know their
in costume.
shit.
They know their shit. And I've improvised with most of the people in that group. And I'm married to one of them, and I still go and see that show, and I'm like, how are you doing that? Like, it's very funny, always very funny, but also a compelling narrative, and sometimes even a moving ending where you're like, that's so
like
lovely.
I would pay to see that.
It's
if it was
amazing.
scripted
They
and-
underscore it with, they have a violin or cellist.
I'm telling you.
It's like,
I'm telling you.
I've never liked magic, like proper magic, you know, like magician magic.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Sure, but I really like that because that is a conjuring act.
It is magic.
Unlike anything other. It's literally this thing didn't exist and now it does.
Yeah.
And I'm so enchanted by it.
And then it's all gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Piff, puff,
So
poof.
that when you do a fun improv show, it's like you've just done a sporting event.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to celebrate.
Yeah.
You can't go to sleep.
It's great.
Yeah.
And all the stories when you're like, this great thing happened and you try and tell someone, they're always like, oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, that's great.
Because it's this one-time thing.
You have to be. That's why
Yeah.
I don't think it never transcends to TV. They've always tried to do improv on TV.
Yeah.
But you're missing that element
Yeah.
of you are on a high wire.
Yeah.
And then
Did you see, what's his name? Is it Ben Schwartz? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The improviser.
Yeah.
Like, he's done some stuff,
he's great.
like a filmed stage version where it feels like you can see, like you can definitely see it's being improvised. And I think that's some of the best on-screen improv I've seen.
Yeah, you've got to know.
Yeah.
You've got to know that it's being made up.
Yes, it's key. And somehow that's really hard to convey in a trustworthy way.
Especially
I did,
now with you know,
Did you ever do or see
Intellectual.
Thank God You're Here?
thank God you're here.
Man, that was fun. It only ran on TV here, maybe 1 or 2 series. But here's what they do, right? You show up and you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, yes.
And then they put a costume on you. They open a door and the first line of the other
Thank
performers is
God.
Thank God You're Here. And then you're just in a scene. And they have a skeleton script so they know where it's going and you're just playing along. And again, I'm like, how is this my job? This is the most fun.
It's great.
Oh man, love it.
So you were doing stand up in school?
At uni, yeah, lots.
And then you got a
lots.
TV gig. So
Yeah.
you were simultaneously on TV doing stand up.
So we were so lucky. Dan Tetzel, Danny Robbins, and me. Our sketch show was called Club Seals, and there was a bunch of us, and then there was just the 3 of us, and we were doing fun, interesting stuff. But the BBC at that time were commissioning 10-minute comedy shows.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
They should
do it
do
again.
that again.
Do it again.
Come on.
You know, Rob Brydon did Marion and Jeff, right?
Yeah.
And Rob was, you know, like he was already very brilliant and stuff, but he had the space
Was
to
he
do.
at Bristol?
No, he
Oh,
wasn't.
oh.
But he did like these 10-minute things. This guy sitting in his car.
I remember that.
And it's beautiful. And like I really love Rob as a comic performer. I don't know if you saw Human Remains.
Human Remains.
That's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's
it's
beautiful.
so good.
Yeah, and so he did that, and we did a show called We Are History, which was spoof history documentaries. And I was this historian called Dr. David Oxley, and we would do a mixture of like history presenting, but also like it's before there was lots of like fake camera trickery stuff, but we would show up somewhere and say a group of local enthusiasts believe this is the site of Boadicea's last stand against the Romans, and we would love to reenact that in this Asda in Bedminster. And this was the pilot episode, and they genuinely went, well, you have to check with Libby on Delhi, but I'm sure that's fine. And we just and we did it in the supermarket. It was amazing. We painted, there were shoppers in there, and we painted their faces
cutting
blue.
the meat.
It was incredible. So we did this series called We Are History, and then we did a couple of those. So that was the show. It was only 10 minutes, but I say only.
That's all you need.
It was all we need, and it was also all we could do. It was all we could manage.
Yeah.
And then the audience got this great thing, and they were really great. You know,
You need to do that again.
yeah, it was so good. What's delightful is I now know a few like proper historians, TV historians, and there's one in particular who said to me like she occasionally when she's presenting she'll stop and go stop, we can't. This is too We Are History. We're being too We Are History.
Nice.
And that's what I mean about crediting Dan and Danny. Like they were the ones, they could do that.
You influenced historians.
They could see that stuff and they could write it and you know away they
Nice.
do. Yeah, it was great, man. Good times.
So you did those shorts, and then you just started getting more TV stuff.
Yeah, loads. I mean, I was also getting some work on TV as a stand-up.
Yeah.
You know, like the stand-up show, and I
Apollo.
won a competition in Edinburgh, which they filmed and put out and stuff like that. So yeah, I was on in a couple of capacities, both as an actor and as a stand-up, which, you know, there was no plan. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, who could plan
But that's the way
this?
to
But
do
that's-
it.
Yeah, exactly.
You've just got to sort like I didn't. Everyone goes, "Oh, how did you fashion your English kind of career?"
Yeah.
And that's like I was just over here.
I heard Edinburgh was fun, so
Yeah,
I came one time.
exactly.
Yeah. And then I met, and then, yeah. And that's how it was. I mean, my mum, I had a period where I lost sight of the balance between work and living. I was working too often. And she found this thing in a junk shop somewhere, and it just says, well, yes. And she bought it for me. It's just a piece of art. It just says, well, yes. And she went, I saw this, and I assume this is you on the phone to everyone. And it was, I still have it up on the wall. It's true, because the answer always was like, do you want to do this thing? And I go, well, yes. And, you know, no regrets. But I did just say yes to everything.
It's the improviser in you.
Right.
Yes, and
yes, and well, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So when you're touring now, is there any particular thing that you like to do, ritual, like? Because you used to tour quite a bit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, how
has that changed,
Well, I've changed
over the years?
I mean, I can tell you a serious answer. You can tell it's serious because I'm holding on to myself.
Okay, yeah.
For years and years, I have, for some reason, on the road, said no to everybody who wanted to meet up. Friends who'd come to the show, I'd be on the road, and they go, "Oh, we come to the show. You want to drink afterwards?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a bite or da-da-da?" And I'd always go, oh, I'd love to. I'm actually going straight off. Or I'd really love to, but I won't get there till right before the show. And I don't know what I was doing other than I think I thought I had something to protect.
Yes.
And now, not only do I say yes, I track people down and I'm like, I'm going to be within 50 miles of where you live. I am coming to see you. And weirdly, for the first time in 25 years of touring, I feel fine. I feel really good. I'm not lonely. I'm not sad. My mind is not. I'm in the last month and a half of a tour that's lasted for a year, and I feel as good as I did when it started because I'm not alone. And when I am alone, a few days in a row, I make sure I go for long walks. I make sure, I don't sit in a hotel room. Right. I go out and I start conversations with people and see what happens.
Because if you do repetitive things, you kind of burn yourself out.
Yeah, man.
Oh, another hotel.
Yeah.
Another rider with triangular cheese.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've always been like, I think what I thought was that the touring version of me was quite an ugly version, like a bit selfish, a bit full of like the adrenaline of the show, and that I couldn't or shouldn't be around other people.
Right.
Like stand-up is not uniquely selfish, but it's a very selfish thing to do. And there is a mindset to it for sure. But also that's for the stage.
Yeah.
And it's only taken me 25 years to figure this out.
No, it is a thing. It is. Yeah. Not everybody can do it.
I also do a gratitude list before I go on stage. So I do a gratitude list. I pray, I guess is a thing you could say. Like, I don't really believe in a God who can hear me when I pray.
Mm-hmm.
But I do pray before I go on stage, and the form the prayer takes is a kind of gratitude list. And the gratitude list is, I kind of look upwards. So I guess I'm just borrowing from whatever conceptions of God I've been given. Yeah. Matt, who art on telly. And the gratitude list is this thing of just like, these people have come out, some have paid for a babysitter, and they've come out just to see me.
Yeah.
And I just try and like, not to
freak me
fuel
out.
the ego, but just to go like, thank you so much for this. This is amazing. And I then go on stage with a with a big, very joyful heart, really joyful. And that's very helpful with what I do, because a lot of what I do on stage, a lot of what I want to talk about is pretty serious.
Yeah.
You know, big, joyful hearts.
Oh, that's
just helpful, right?
Yeah.
Same with,
Yeah.
It's kind of the same with improv. I mean, or even more so, you get to park everything, leave it behind and play.
Yes.
I mean, how many adults get to just play?
Yeah. But it's also about no matter what you're doing, you know, with kids or whatever, you've just got to blank your mind
Yeah.
and just have fun.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's difficult. But I mean, you've come
Yeah.
to that place.
Yeah, but it's such a treat, isn't it? I mean, do you know what? When it's not a treat, it bumps
It's a trick.
so hard against my expectations of it that I feel really thrown.
Yeah.
If I'm in an
yeah.
improv show, or even like occasionally a tour show that I haven't kind of like hooked in and we're away, you know, then I feel so thrown and so, it's really strange.
But that comes with experience.
Yeah.
Now, so you have lots of different interests now. And
Yes.
because you have some kind of a relationship with cheese.
I really do.
How did that all
really
get
do.
started?
Well, it's
You know Blur?
started. I wish I knew Blur. Well, I knew it was Alex James. Yeah, I mean, he makes good cheese, you know.
He does.
It started off as like, yeah, sure, fine.
Okay.
But they're really good cheese. It's really good. So, well, what happened? It all relates back to I halved my body weight in under a year, right? 24 stone to 11 stone. That happened mostly when I stopped eating sugar. So I haven't eaten sugar for 30-something years.
Are you shitting me?
I have some things that have some sugar in, like I eat ketchup, has a lot of
That
sugar
has
in
sugar
it. But you
in
really, you know, like I no longer drink ketchup.
Or soft drinks?
I don't drink any,
No.
like, and I don't do
Okay.
like Diet Coke or anything like that either. I just find it
Dr.
easier to live it on.
No.
No, so misunderstood. That was a great advert, wasn't it? You remember that? Dr. Pepper, so misunderstood.
Yes.
What a lovely claim for it. Anyway, so I stopped eating sugar, so then I didn't have any desserts. I never would go out and I'd never, ever, ever have a dessert. And I would, therefore, if I wanted to join in, I'd just have cheese. And I was pretty ambivalent about cheese.
Cheese was your dessert.
Cheese was my dessert. And then you start to notice that most restaurants, even really good ones, serve terrible cheese. Cheese straight from the fridge, cheese that they cut in advance so it's dried out and curled up, cheese they have no knowledge of its provenance or where it's from.
Right.
Mostly chefs don't care about cheese because cheese is a thing they buy and serve.
But just keep it.
There's nothing, they're like cut, serve, whatever, man. And then you go and you have cheese somewhere special where the cheese board is full of stories and a proper someone goes, well, this is this and this we have at the moment because it's in season. This is only made here and this is our local cheese.
Sommelier.
Exactly. And you suddenly go, oh, there's stories here.
Yeah.
And anything with a story is better. Anything with a story is better, right? And so I started to like know what those stories are. And then you're suddenly in a world of, oh, there's something to learn here. And then I started to appreciate it, and then I went and got qualified, and now I'm a judge at the World Cheese Awards.
What? How do you get qualified?
Oh, Rich, it's the best job ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You get to eat cheese.
Yeah. Sometimes I get paid to eat cheese. I get cheese for free all the time because of what I now do.
Because they say
incredible.
wine enthusiasts are secret alcoholics.
Yeah, well, I'm a cheeseaholic.
So what does that make you?
Yeah, for sure. A curd nerd. So
Curd
I went
nerd.
off. There's the Academy of Cheese, and I went and did my training with them. So all I have is enough for me to judge at the World Cheese Awards. I'm only a level 1. You can go up to level 4 now, level 5.
What is
even, I
the
think.
training involved?
So it's
Is there a music montage in the training?
yeah, there is, and it's big. It's powerful.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Da-da-da-da-da. Can he do it? Can he finish this huge piece of brie? I did do a cheese and jazz pairing event. That was great. It was really fun. So the training is basically familiarizing yourself with makes of
Right.
cheese, types, and therefore then the expectation about well, this type of cheese should look and smell and taste like this. And so you get to know the difference between good and bad, understanding the basics of like, why is cheese cheese? Why isn't it just milk? Or why is this milk that's gone off nice and this milk that's gone off not nice?
So would they ever go, which one of these is cheese and not cheese?
Well, they wouldn't go what's not cheese, but they'd go,
there's a brick.
Like, what is, yeah, exactly. It's definitely made of soil. But they would, they'd expect you to know the difference between the types of mold that make a different cheese. So Penicillium Roqueforti is the blue. That's the basis of all blue cheese. And then Penicillium Camemberti, which is camembert, that's the basis of the exterior mold ripened cheeses. And then there's loads of like different funky bacteria that make different cheeses what they are. But a lot of it's like about how the proteins knit together and why one cheese will have a really delightful texture and something else like, that's fine.
I think this is how COVID got started.
That's right. Just people fucking around.
What is the biggest error that the layman makes about cheese? Or something that when you started the academy, you go, oh my God, my whole world is opening up.
I'd say that like the biggest mistake genuinely that people make is the fridge, right? Don't eat cheese straight from the fridge. And the reason is...
Let it breathe.
Yeah, let it breathe, but also crucially, let the oils in the cheese reach room temperature. Otherwise, when you put a cold piece of cheese in your mouth, right, the cheese is melting on your tongue, and actually the oils and the fats will melt really slowly, and you end up with the cheese kind of broken rather than in its form, like in its component parts. So let cheese reach room temperature.
The cheese is crying
before you
in
eat
your mouth.
it. Yeah, the cheesemaker is literally going... There's a guy, right, so Jamie Montgomery, who makes Montgomery's cheddar, he's a great guy. Like, he's a great guy, and the reason I say he's a great guy is he really, really cares about his animals. Vegans would be like, well, don't treat them like that then, but I'm not there. He really cares about his animals. No, I tried. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But he has the starter cultures for Montgomery's cheddar. He has a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday starter culture, different starter for each of the days. The reason they have 5 different ones is because the starter cultures can get compromised and you don't want to lose the ability to make cheese. Now, you could give me a Montgomery's cheddar and I might, on my best day, be able to go, I'm pretty sure that's Montgomery's.
And a Wednesday.
It tastes like this. Jamie Montgomery can go, that's a Wednesday.
Really?
And from the starter culture. That's literally just the culture
that
begins
joking.
the process of those proteins knitting together. So there are people whose knowledge of cheese is so far beyond mine.
Fourth udder from the left.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. That's Daisy.
That's
from
Daisy.
Yeah. Daisy the pantomime cow. But I mean, look, just like improv, I suppose from doing...
You like to throw yourself into things.
So much. But I think that's really a function of that gig my best friend set up for me, right? Of just walking in that first time and going, well, this is unbelievably great. Like, my life is charmed. It is charmed. I have the most amazing wife, 3 amazing kids, and a job that I love. And then on top of that, I'm a judge at the World Cheese Awards. I have a show on Jazz FM because I love jazz. And I was just tweeting about it one night, and someone from Jazz FM went, I actually was tweeting about something else, but I was wearing a Miles Davis top, and he went, oh, nice sweatshirt. And I went, thanks. And it turns out he worked at Jazz FM, and now I have a series. So so all the stuff that I love.
Skiddly-doo-wah.
That's it, man. Yeah.
But you're doing what you love. That's
I'm doing
the
what
thing.
I love. Yeah.
And that's the thing that almost takes a while for adults.
Yes.
To get
Yeah.
You know, because I've known people that they go, I really love doing this, but, I held off on that because I'm not working hard enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they go, and then I started to pick up the violin again, and
now look. Yeah. Do those. I mean, I absolutely think do those things. And also, you know, I absolutely love what I do for a job. And the bulk of it is getting myself to and from the next gig and booking somewhere to stay and getting the invoice
Wait, you
in.
do all that?
I do it all, yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
I don't book the gigs. My agents book the gigs for me, but I do everything else. And so, you know, like, it's not, I just don't want to, like, that thing of, like, you should follow your dreams is so dangerous. And it makes people who are not feel shitty about themselves. And I don't think anybody ever should. But the dream for me is, like, I do a lot in order for these moments to happen.
Yes.
And the moment is being on stage, or the moment is the World Cheese Awards.
You're
or
not
whatever.
kidding yourself.
No.
There is work involved.
There's
to get
work,
to the
yeah.
moment.
And like anything else, the work is a bit of graft, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's graft. Like, this is way more fun than getting here. I'm
Yes.
glad to say. Not every podcast that's true. Sometimes the journey
The
is.
journey is the destination.
That's right, man.
Right.
Unless it's the Northern Line.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
And that's how you had to.
That's how I got here.
Yes. Sorry
Yeah.
about
No,
that.
no, no. Listen, don't be sorry. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? I was finishing a book. It's a really good book I just finished called Buckeye. And are you a reader? Do you read?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't read much. I used to read a little, and now
go
I
in
read.
ebb and flows.
I read much less since we had our phones.
Yeah.
So if I read a book and I like it and I finish it, I'm so proud of myself. And I was on the tube the other day finishing this really great book called Buckeye. I wish I could remember the writer's name. And someone I know saw me. They saw me reading on the tube, and I was so pleased. I was
Nice.
like, literally everyone else is on their phone, like doing this. And I was like,
They took a picture.
the last chapter or two of my book, and I was like, I'm so pleased that someone I know witnessed me reading a book, because out of 1,000 journeys, 999 of them are on my phone,
And it
and
was
he was there
upside
for the
down.
one. The book was upside down, and it had something scandalous tucked in the pages. Yeah. I wish I read more.
Well done. Well, you've got time on
Yeah,
tour. On the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the time. That's the time when I should read loads. You'd think I'd read loads then. That's the
Yeah.
time when I read the least. I fall into the indulgence, the dopamine. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm far from home. I'm lonely.
I hear you.
These fucking things, man. They
You're
made
preaching to the
everything, not
choir.
your notes, I mean the phone.
My
you know,
fucking notes.
Oh, the phone. The phones are killing us.
Yeah.
How did we hand that much power to these tech bros?
Well, there's going to be a backlash. It's already happening.
I hope so, man. You know what we should have done with them? We should have kept bullying them. You know, when we bullied nerds, and I don't really like bullying, but I now look at the likes of Zuckerberg and go, no, we should not have taken our boot off your neck.
Yes.
You should have been
Keep
bullied
the
out.
bullying.
You heard it here first, guys. We should have bullied the tech nerds. Elon Musk has no business
You
being
need to use
successful.
this in your act.
Yeah, we should have bullied them more.
So
We should have crushed their confidence. They should not be the confident towers of
crush Musk,
evil. Yeah.
our first trillionaire. Musk.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like literally the worst. The worst. Just the worst. He's the worst. I'm really into this guy, Scott Galloway. He's really
yeah.
interesting. I like Scott Galloway a lot. And I actually like how close he sits to, I don't know if that's okay. And he's like,
anti-phone.
yeah, he's really
Yeah.
anti-phone. Jonathan Haid's book, The Anxious Generation, is great. But Scott Galloway talks a lot about, he's written this book called Notes on Being a Man, which I read prepping for this tour show, you know. And he talks a lot about, like, what does protection look like? One of the instincts of a man, right? Not in a sexist
Condom.
way, but it's like, yeah, it's a condom. That's right. Yeah, or a femidom. And he talks a lot about that and how Elon Musk fails at the most basic function of being a man. That with all of that money and all of that power, his instinct is never to lift anybody up. It's always to use that to squash people down.
And that's the sign of a hurt young boy.
Yeah, maybe he was bullied too much.
who's
I don't
lashing
know.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, his father, Elon Musk's father, is a seriously bad guy.
South African.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they made all their money in apartheid South Africa. You know, what are the chances of him being a good guy, huh? Pretty slim.
Well, on that note, we've got this segment, fill in the blank.
Great.
That I want to go with, right? There's 5 questions. Don't feel like they have to be funny.
Sure.
The blanks.
Let's be honest.
Okay. Number 1. The show I watched this week that I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone is blank. Maybe you're not embarrassed by it. That's
no,
okay.
I must be. Oh, Robot Wars.
Oh, okay.
I went back and watched a bunch of Robot Wars, but actually I'm not embarrassed by it at all. It's good. It
Really?
is good. Robot Wars, since I last watched it, has had a massive upgrade. The robots
are better.
They're no longer like little skiddly-doos around the floor,
Yeah.
right? Like, some of them are bigger than a person.
They're that big?
Bigger than a person. And one of them was just like wheels with a rotating thing. And any other robot that came near it, the rotating thing just smacked it out of the arena. I loved it.
Oh, my God. So
loved it.
watch it now.
Yeah, watch it now. It's pretty great.
Yeah, because a lot of them earlier were like made out of cereal boxes. And
Yeah.
Good answer. 2, I don't normally get excited, but blank almost always gets me excited.
Well, short track speed skating.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
I don't normally get excited, but what makes me really, really excited? A branch of Uniqlo. You know,
Okay.
I always feel a little surge of because shopping at my age and my body shape is like it's not super fun. It's always a bit like I hope this goes okay. If I see a branch of Uniqlo, I just always feel quite hopeful.
Okay.
I'm like, I think I'm going to be okay.
Uniqlo.
I think I'm going to be all right. They've quite simple block things, you know.
Okay.
I feel like I can go into Uniqlo, make a purchase, and not worry that when I get home, my wife will go, "What were you thinking?"
No, it's a safe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll try to get them as a sponsor.
Yeah, they're good guys.
3, blank is where I go most when I'm not at home.
On my phone with regret.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to, this is the Winter Olympics question. If it's not skeleton, what would be the next event you would do?
Well, border cross, I would love to do. So the snowboarding one with bank turns, jumps, and
like
all
that.
of that. Yeah, like super exciting, very dangerous.
Are you a snowboarder?
thrilling. Yeah.
Nice.
And a skier. Obsessed with it. Like I set up a festival in the Alps, a comedy festival in the Alps, so I could go snowboarding for free every year. The fact that the festival then cost me
With
all
Andrew
the money I
Maxwell?
had with Andrew Maxwell, the Altitude Festival.
I know, Andrew.
Rich, it is like it's insanely fun. A bunch of comics go out and spend the day skiing and snowboarding and sledging and pissing around on the mountain. And then we come down and we do an afternoon après-ski show, which is maybe an improv show or whatever it is. It's something fun. Then a big gala stand-up show and then a late-night show every night for 5 nights to the same audience.
What?
And a lot of those people come to 3 shows a day, 5 nights in a row.
Well, just to see if you've broken any limbs or
just
anything.
to see, and limbs have been broken. So it's that. Like the
Oh my
Altitude
God.
Festival is the funnest thing ever. It's nuts. And I've seen so much great comedy there. Like Tim Vine was out last year. And Tim's always been great. Everyone knows he's great,
he's
right?
amazing.
But my son was there, who was 22 at the time, right? My grown-up boy. And there were kids younger than him in their teens. Then there's a bunch of comics in their like 20s, you know, the cool comics.
Yeah, they're cool.
Then there's a bunch of mostly men my age. And then there's people in the audience who are older than that. Every single one from 70-something down to people in their early teens couldn't breathe for laughing at Tim Vine. Because the man is just pure joy. And then the next night,
one after the other.
Oh my God. And then just when you are reaching the point where you're like, and then he does a weird song, the weirdest songs. People forget, I think, what a surrealist he is. And then we had Jason Byrne as well. And I used to work with Jason a lot.
Oh, yeah, he's amazing.
And I was like, yeah, I know what Jason does. Oh, my God. He's brilliant. We got Al Murray this year. And I saw Al, one of the early iterations of the festival. He did the pub landlord in French.
No.
So the pub landlord, he was going to
Show off.
Yeah, amazing. He was going to do like Pierre the cafe owner, the French version of the pub landlord. And then he said, actually, I think the pub landlord having to deliver in French because we're in France. It was in France then, it's now in Austria. I think that's more fun. And like seeing him work, man.
What is he,
incredible.
Eddie Izzard?
Yeah, amazing.
And he skis?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Last, out of all the stand-ups, blank would do the best job of being prime minister.
Absolutely no stand-up should ever be a prime minister. I don't know. Zelensky's done a good job of it, right?
Yes.
He's the voice of Paddington.
No.
He's the voice of Paddington in Ukraine. When they took Paddington to Ukraine before he was PM, he voiced it.
But they say he's a comedian, but was he a stand-up?
I believe he was a stand-up, but mostly a comic actor. Who would be a good I don't know. I mean, Matt Ford maybe would be good.
Yeah, he's immersed in the political
He's very
stuff,
immersed in it.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, I like him because I've become a centrist as I've got older. And people don't understand. They think that centrism is cowardly, and it's not. What it is warm.
It's warm.
It's so warm in here. It's so warm. My view politically now is, let's just see if this all blows over.
Okay.
I used to be so full of piss and vinegar and like radical ideas, and now I'm like,
that's fine.
All change takes time, and
Yeah.
all change that doesn't take time makes a mess of everything.
You become aware of time. There's no shame in that.
I still have exactly the same conviction with regard to we should seek as a society to improve the lives of those who suffer. That is what we should do. But the means by which I think that's brought about, my view of that has changed dramatically to, with regret, we will have to do that bit by bit.
I think you've answered your question. You should be prime minister.
The reason I shouldn't is I went to boarding school, and there's enough broken men in Westminster. Yeah. Just broken. People who broke the link between them and grown-ups when they were children and had to stiff upper lip it out. None of us should ever be in politics. I consider it, given that I'm privately educated and went to university and didn't finish my degree, I consider it one of the greatest gifts I've ever given is not being an MP.
Right.
I think it's an act of great sacrifice on my part.
Thank you so
that I've not inflicted yet another twat like me on this country.
As on a final note, it's plug time.
Oh yeah. Vitruvian Mango is my tour. Based on Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, the ideal man. You see two of them right here. And so that's him, the two sets of arms. Da Vinci was only going to do one set, but of course the model was Italian and they will gesticulate. Bang! That's the kind of joke you can expect. Yeah, so Vitruvian Mango is my tour show.
Where can we find dates and tickets?
Online.
Online.
I off the
Your
curb
website.
have all of my dates for the tour show. And then improvising and stuff. I'd love to improvise with you one day, man.
Yes.
It'd be really fun.
Let's do it. On that
I'd
note.
really like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Come and see
Thanks
that.
for coming. Yeah.
We'll sing songs. Thanks for having me, Rich.
You're
It's
the
been
man.
So nice.
You're the man.
So nice.
Wow, that was Marcus. And he likes cheese. I want to eat some cheese too after listening to all that. How do I become a cheese expert? So listen, if you like stuff like this about cheese and other things about comedy and anything else we talk about on the pod, press like and subscribe, okay? And we do have a question I'd like to answer from one of our guests. It's from Reams Bump. There's some graffiti on the local bus stop. It reads TalkBox. The word is on the street. All the kids are down with it. It's a real underground movement. Whisper it to a friend. TalkBox. But keep a low profile. Shh. Oh, that's not really a question. It's just basically TalkBox is out there now. So get down with it, kids. Okay? Bye.
Rich Fulcher's Talk Box.